Howdy there, Punters, and welcome to yet another episode of the Punters Pulse, the heartbeat of the club that is MWOS FC. Yes, we are back for yet another episode. Exciting stuff into this episode, so do stay tuned for all that and more. Now, before we get into things, MWOS FC merch is available and on sale. In Norton, it's there at MWOS Katanga Branch and Tinashe Steels in Harare. Do find it at MWOS Denenga, MWOS Cameroon Street, and MWOS 4th Street Branch. It's also available in Beitbridge, Makoni. And if you're anywhere else in the country, do make it a point. Visit your nearest MWOS branch and inquire for the kids. They will point you in the right direction to get your MWOS FC match and get dripped up the entire season. And be like me or anyone else whom you're going to see rocking the red and white kits. Now, into today's episode, in the Behind the Bag segment, we're going to be talking about MWOS Ngoni Stadium, the renovations, and of course, the recent commissioning of the stadium. So do stay in tune for that and more. Now, in the league roundup, we're going to be talking about all the results that have happened during the past few weeks in MWOS FC across all tiers. We're talking about under 17s, under 19s, the Queens, the PSL. So do stay in tune for all those results and more, as we'll be having a little bit of conversation about the results and everything, a little bit of analysis, should I say. And in today's main feature, that is the Punters Pulse interview, we are going to be joined by head coach for the under 17 head coach, Coach Tendai Nyathi, and we are going to be talking to him about, the task that he has at hand. He is the man who has been trusted to handle junior development at its earliest stage, that is the under 17s, and we are going to be talking to him today to see exactly what he's doing there and all the progress that they've made so far this season. And we're going to wrap up the show today with, of course, the PSL, or rather the league wrap-up, as we take a look at the upcoming fixtures across all MWOS FC tiers. So do stay in tune for that as we progress with the show. Now, let us not waste much of your time and let's jump straight into it. In today's episode, let's start by talking about MWOS Ngoni Stadium, our home, our fortress, where we have been, of course, playing our home games for the greater part of the past 3 or so years. And yes, that stadium has undergone a massive renovation process and it is looking absolutely stunning. For those of you who do not know what MWOS Ngoni Stadium looked like, we took time and sat down and created a very nice video of where MWOS Ngoni Stadium was to what it is currently is. So yeah, do take a moment, have a watch of this video, and yes, we'll be right back after this video. In the heart of Mashonaland West, nestled deeply between Katanga and Ngoni, lies a piece of earth that holds the heartbeat of a town. Surrounded by flamingo, Katanga, Ngoni, Marida, Cabs, and Zobo, watched over by Kaufa, Govans, Norway, and Twin Lakes. This isn't just a piece of land, it is the pulse of Norton. For years, it was a communal stage, a theater for Independence Day celebrations, social gatherings, and the beautiful game. In its early days, giants of the past like Rio Tinto and Onyani maintained the grounds, keeping the community spirit alive. But when time passed, the stadium was no longer the same. The glory began to fade, and the pitch became a battleground of extremes. In the dry season, players choked on clouds of dust. In the rains, they waded through muddy puddles. There were no stands, no shelter, just the raw, unforgiving elements. Yet, the fans still came. They stood for hours, sometimes drenched in the pouring rain, fueled by nothing but an unbreakable love for the game. But true passion cannot live in the dust forever. In 2019, a new chapter began. MWOS FC arrived. Starting in the trenches of the Zifa Mashonaland West Division 2B, we saw not what Ngoni Stadium was, but what it could be. In 2023, the vision became a reality.
I am the chairman of MWOS FC. I'm here at Ngoni Stadium, as you can see, and we are undertaking a very big project. Redoing Ngoni Stadium. We are reconstructing Ngoni Stadium. As you can see, we have all those machinery. We have TLBs, we have lorries, we have front-end loaders, and engineers are very busy with this project. It's going to be a very, very big project in Norton. And all what you see now is going to change. And Norton is going to change forever because of this project.
Where there was dust A lush, vibrant green turf now breathes life into the pitch. Where there was thirst, a new bowl and towering water tanks now sustain the grounds. Where there was ruin, state-of-the-art changing rooms and modern offices now stand tall. And we didn't have to look far for the hands to build it. This rebirth was driven mainly by local labor. It was a stadium built by the very community it was born from, ensuring that every brick laid and every seed planted was a way of giving back to the people of Norton. No more standing in the rain. Today, 5,000 voices rises from the brand new stands echoing across Norton. The area surrounding the pitch was transformed from empty spaces into a thriving ecosystem, empowering local vendors and businessmen. Even today, it remains true to its roots as a communal stage, hosting social gatherings and uniting the town. But more importantly, it has become a sanctuary for our youth, whether finding employment within the football club or dedicating their time to playing the beautiful game. They now have a place of purpose and productivity, keeping them safely away from the streets and social ills like drug abuse and theft. This is more than a renovation. It is a resurrection, from a dusty community ground to a modern fortress. For the fans who stood in the rain, for the youths building their futures, for the community that never stopped believing, this is our home. This is MWOS Ngoni Stadium. We've come a long way, and we're definitely seeing the results of MWOS FC and the partnership they have with the Norton Town Council. Is MWOS Ngoni Stadium is now looking fresh. You can see, there are a lot of development there, the boreholes, the turf, the stands, and all that economic ecosystem that has been built around the stadium. It is absolutely fascinating what is happening in Norton. And while we stay on the topic of MWOS Ngoni Stadium, recently it was commissioned by the Minister, Honorable Chombo, at MWOS Ngoni Stadium, and we had to cover that entire process for you, for those who were not able to make it there. Yes, MWOS Ngoni Stadium was officially commissioned. The partnership between MWOS FC and the Norton Town Council has been a successful one, and the stadium was most recently commissioned at MWOS Ngoni Stadium in Norton in the past week. So yeah, if you missed that on our social media platforms, this is a time that we just give you a recap of what happened at MWOS Ngoni Stadium as the stadium was being commissioned by Honorable Chombo at MWOS Ngoni Stadium.
Tendai Minister for coming to Norton. Kuno Commissioner Ground Redu MWOS FC ratakaita takabatana ni Norton Town Council. I also want to thank Norton Town Council for allowing us to come to Ngoni Stadium, renovate it for our own use and for the use of the community.
So nongoda kutenda again the local authority for that splendid job yamakaita in partnership with MWOS. So kuti, as I said, kuti kana tatotaka ka relationship kakadaro, let's make sure kuti we utilize it and get more benefit from it. Visangoperera pakuita stadium chete. And also I appreciate the grassroots yamurikuita nature, my under 13 and also the under 19 yamurikuita, because that's what we are lacking. Do not tender foot, because I see the same concept here Nana Zimplants. They are also having my academy a soccer, and Drogba nani, and I'm happy to say Anamsona they come from here. So we have the local talent, which means we can nurture more. So thank you very much for bringing this project. Kuno, you could have chosen any other local authority or any other province, but we chose Mashonaland West Province, specifically Norton. So thank you very much for a good job. Well done.
Timboro akunyeperana. timboroa timboroa kunyeperana timboroa timboroa kunyeperana timboroa timboroa kunyeperana timboroa timboroa kunyeperana.
So this is the beginning, and I'm hoping that we are going to have more of this. And as I've been promised by the local authority, here Norton, they are going to avail land so that we can have the best stadium in the country. Ichawakwaje ne MWOS. So I just say to this partnership, MWOS and Norton Town Council, this is a success story which should go down into the books. So I officially commissioned this stadium today with pride and honor.
Timboroa kunyeperana timboroa timboroa kunyeperana timboroa timboroa kunyeperana timboroa meu famba murube famba MWOS.
While we're still on behind the bag stuff that is happening at MWOS FC, that of course may not directly have anything to do with football on the pitch. Exciting news for our under-19s and under-17s as head coach Tendai Nyathi and Wanda Ngoko recently, they are fresh off coming from their refresher course, the CAFC, which they recently completed at the River Village. And I believe you saw pictures on social media, they were looking sharp and excited for their new space. And of course, this is an ongoing development at MWOS FC as we try and continue to make sure that our coaches are well equipped with the knowledge that they need in order to push the club forward. You know, junior development is not easy, and time and again, they need to take these refresher courses to remember exactly what they need to do with the kids as they grow within the sport. Now, yes, head coach Tendai Nyathi and Wanda Ngoko did take part in that CAF refresher course at Ziffa Village, and, you know, they completed it successfully, and we are saying good luck and congratulations to them as they go on in their careers at MWOS FC. Now, in case you haven't seen head coach Primrose Serima in the dugouts in the past few days, she is away. She's doing a CAF B licensing process, and we do wish her all the best in that process. The same goes for fitness coach for the Premier Soccer League, Divine Moya, who's also away on another coaching experience. So yeah, there's a lot going on in that regard at MWOS FC, and we do wish all our coaches all the best as they continue in their training processes. Now, that's all we had for you in the Behind the Bag segment, and let's get things up in the club rundown. This is a segment where we cover the results across all MWOS FC tiers, that is the under-17s, the under-19s, the PSL, and the Queens. If you missed the game, if you missed anything, this is the part where we update you on everything that happened at MWOS FC. Now, let's kickstart things off with the MWOS FC under-17s who were playing Triple C at the Triple C grounds yesterday, and they succumbed to a 5-4 loss on penalties. A very entertaining and interesting game there where they finished the 90 minutes in a 2-2 draw, but eventually succumbing and bowing out of the Monomotapa Challenge Cup at penalties. Now, we're going to have Coach Nyathi today just to take us through that match and all that they have been doing. You know, prior matches, they've been performing very well in the league, but yeah, they bow out of the Monomotapa Challenge Cup yesterday. They bowed out rather yesterday in the hands of Triple C at penalties. But what a season they're having in the league, and we definitely do hope that the season form continues. But yes, like I said earlier, we are going to be having head coach Tendai Nyathi in the studio today to have a conversation about the under-17s. Now, the MWOS FC under-19s are in action, or were in action rather, yesterday at the Commando Barracks as they were facing Cranbourne Bullets, a very entertaining match. An early goal there being scored in the earlier 10 minutes of the game They trailed early and they started, trying to find the goal. A lot of interesting play. Timmy Kushata was in form. Prosper Mamoyo is back from injury and the midfield was on lockdown. He was doing exceptionally well. But of course, it is a game of football. They were very unlucky. Lots of chances created, but they failed to convert and get that goal to restore parity and maybe salvage a point away at the Barracks. And yeah, the MWOS FC under-19s lost to Crimson Bullets yesterday at the Commando Barracks. And head coach Wanda Ngogo was like, you know what, this is a development side, and time and again we see gaps and things that we need to improve. And it's a good thing when we come across this. He wasn't really happy about the result, but when the result goes bad, it gives us an opportunity to see exactly what the team is doing wrong and how best they can fix it. So yeah, a lot of optimism coming from head coach Wanda Ngogo in regards to his team as they step on to the next fixtures in the league. And of course, there's still in the Mutapa Challenge Cup, and we get to talk all about that later in the episode. But yes, we do hope all the best for the MWOS FC under-19s as they continue their journey in the league and in the Mutapa League. Now, let's switch things over to the MWOS FC Queens, who have had a very interesting last Saturday as they were playing 2 matches in a day, facing Black Mambas Queens and Shedza Queens at Alice Robbins. This was a very interesting match. It was a Mutapa qualifiers match. The winners would then progress to the next round of the Mutapa Challenge Cup, and they played the first game against Shedza Queens. Tanya, or rather as they call her, Marian Genti, scoring a free kick, a stunner. It's circulating on social media. Try and find it. Visit our social media platforms and find it. It was a beautiful free kick, restoring parity and ending the first game as a 1-0 draw at Alice Robbins. And we definitely needed to win the second game against Black Mambas in order for us to achieve qualification. But however, the game ended as a 1-0 loss as the Black Mambas Queens beat the MWOS FC Queens by 1-0. Meaning the MWOS FC Queens bowed out of the Mutapa Challenge Cup, and their journey ends here. But yeah, it has been very interesting. Their league form has been exceptional. Their cup form has been otherwise. But however, we continue to hope that, they take the lessons from that loss and they push it into the league. Now, speaking about the Queens, they came back, of course, from that Mutapa exit, and they took all the lessons they could from there. And they faced Dynamos Queens at Mbare High School yesterday. A game that was very, very entertaining, to say the least. You should definitely make it a point to attend their games because they're showcasing some amazing football. They won by 6-1, beating Dynamos Queens by 6-1. A game that was very entertaining with Marian Genti scoring a brace. A lot of players there that are emerging, showing talent and everything. It's a lot that you need to see that is happening with the MWOS FC Queens, and they're definitely one of the teams to watch at the moment. Currently, they're topping the league on goal difference, and the season is still there to play, and we're waiting for that game at the end of the first round of games, which of course MWOS FC is going to be going against Scotland FC, the 2 teams at the top of the league, only being separated by goal difference. So yeah, exciting times in the Women's Northern Region Soccer League. There happening, a lot of stuff happening, and we do hope that you do stay in touch and support the Queens as they continue on their journey. Now, MWOS FC Under-17s out of the Mutapa Challenge Cup. MWOS FC Queens out of the Mutapa Challenge Cup. MWOS FC Under-19s still in there. So is the PSL. That is still, of course, games are still about to reach the PSL level, and they're still in it. And speaking of the PSL, they had before the last time we talked, the last time we had a conversation, they still had 2 matches incoming. That is Triangle at Gibbo Stadium, and then they had to play Herentals at home, and then Hard Rock, also they had to play them at home. So those 2 games were pending and incoming, and yeah, those games did unfold. A 2-0 win at Gibbo Stadium as MWOS FC won that game at the Banda, and Principe Magondo managing to score his 3rd goal from the bench, putting the Punters, convincingly in the lead and managing to salvage all 3 points. And head coach Lodi Mtesa was excited, but yes, we did have to come back for another game at home to face Hard Rock FC, a game that had a lot of intensity in it. It was end-to-end action. There was not a moment in that game that you could blink as you'd probably miss something. But yeah, that game managed to end as a 0-0 draw, both teams failing to find the net but giving us an entertaining game altogether. But yeah, a lot of takeaways from that game, as now we face a very interesting scenario where we've never been. I mean, this was our second year in the league. Last year around this time we were playing second, first, but this time around we are 8th, but not 8th. That is, disappointing, as there's only just around 6 to 8 points between us and the top teams. So yeah, the Premier League is something that you need to keep an eye on this season, as it is very much entertaining and exciting. Now we'll definitely look at the upcoming fixtures across all tiers. That is our under-17s, 19s, Queens, and the PSL later as the show progresses. But yes, we need to jump into what most of you are waiting for. Junior development is the core of, what needs to be done at MWOS FC, and it is all that they're pushing for at the moment. We need to catch them young and develop them into the players that will become great players tomorrow. So yes, we do have head coach Tendai Nyathi in the studio today to have a conversation about all that he's been doing at MWOS FC, and not only that, what he has been doing before MWOS FC, so that we get to know him better as a person and as our under 17 coach for the season and the upcoming seasons, and for however long he's going to stay at the club. So yes, let's take this time to sit down and have a conversation with head coach for our MWOS FC under 17 coach Tendai Nyathi. Yes, we are back with head coach for the under 17 coach Tendai Nyathi. Coach, welcome to the Punters Pulse.
Thank you very much.
Now, a lot is happening at MWOS FC. We're going to talk about all of that in his ringers like I wonder, but before we get into stuff that we take at the moment, Rebora, and what is happening at MWOS FC, let's talk about Imimi first. Anombonzi coaching Nyathi ndiani makavepi makafamba sei, and maybe take us to the point maybe maka join MWOS FC.
Okay. In those Tendai Nyathi, right? I was born 54 years ago in the communal areas of Ndabazinduna and Bulawayo. Yes.
Matebelele.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah,
just some 32 kilometers outside Bulawayo. Tichitaura nyaya yebhora ndakatanga kutamba bhora ndichiri mwana mudiki, unoziva zvedu zvekumombe zviya zvokuti dzimwe dzenguva taimborasa mombe tichitamba bhora tosvika torohwa zviya. So football has been my life.
Yeah,
absolutely. It's been a very, very long journey. So I grew up there. I played football tichitamba mombe kuya during my school holidays ndaipiwa mukana kuti ndimboenda kutown Jonas, because bamkuru wangu aigara kutown Magogo North. So I used to go there. When I developed a very, very, very passionate attitude towards football. Because go to my clubs in town. So during all school holidays, I'll go there, play. Then came a time where we relocated to the city center now, because my father was working in Kuplawayo. So most of the time I used to travel from home each and every day. But I was with Ashi, room town. So Ashi, town. Then I joined Magogo North. I joined a team in the hot space in my juniors. Yes. So I played there for some time. Then because I joined me young blood. Yes, hot space. I coach on. I remember in Darafuyan. He was so passionate about football. My days actually I mistake. I remember there was one game. I wouldn't tell you my nickname.
We'll find out.
I days about touchline. It was Manya. So I thought maybe I don't days to do instruction. So that was the time.
That was the instruction.
That was the instruction.
The slip was the
sometimes you score you find good my teacher and what a mistake that was time. But I think it made us grow in football. So that we developed that love. Then unfortunately I went my secondary school, I went to a boarding school. That was back in Tabazinduna again. So during that time school team, under 18s, under 16s, and all of that. Then after I finished my secondary school, my dad moved to Kweru. I got transferred to Basa and Kweru. And I got a team where is Zetarapi Kweru, younger Division 2. By that time I was playing as a striker. That time number 7. But now when I was playing there, that coach there, I think Takano me game Kokwe. Number 2 I got a red card. So I can't come and play number 2. So I went to play number 2. Then from there, I discovered that I was a defender.
As a defender?
Yeah, definitely I was a good defender. That was 90, 92, 91, 92 there. Then we got days of my trials, the Black Mambas. Yes. That I think we were 4 of us. We came to Harare. That was 93. Yeah. So I qualified in those trials, and that's when I joined the police force. Yeah. I played for Black Mambas for 2 seasons because 94, 95 Black Mambas they were sold. So it became Blackpool Football Club. Yes, Blackpool. Yeah. So I played for Blackpool. Actually, I wasn't the first team player, but I was always there. I was always there and thereabout. Yeah,
showing up.
Yeah, because the people we played with during that time, there was a lot of talent. I'm telling you.
And you're trying to fit in sometimes.
Definitely. If I made it into the 18 squad, I was always happy. Because remember, we played with legs of Massimo Dinero, Gilbert Kapuka, Collins Kabote, it was it started the team.
And by the way, the players that you just mentioned are the players that we read about, and these are like the Ronaldos and Messis of Zimbabwe football.
You can say that.
These are very big players, so you can tell the generation that is coming from.
Yes, it was rich in football.
So take us, coach, from that playing experience, why then, Zakafamba say from you to say, I know what, my career is coming to an end. Maybe take us through say your career, your playing career, and then why the step into football coaching or management.
Yeah. During my time when Titaba Mambas, sometimes we used to have a conversations with my coach. And by that time, my coach Angari Maximal Memoyo. Yes. So there was another time that I don't know what we discussed, but this was generally a discussion about football. So, and at the point I raised, I want you to go into coaching. I think you can be a very good coach.
A very good point, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. It was a very good point. Then I discovered that Panakakwara, this right knee, I went for an operation. I started having problems with my knee. So I started coaching. There was Black Mambas. Black Mambas after Blackpool, but we started in Division 2. And then there was MWOS FC. So I was working with MWOS FC. Yes. All right. So Mambas baga yamutswa zokanza wakomana aita Mambas yachidzoka ground. But unfortunately I went there, I tried to play, but ani yanga couldn't. So I went back to MWOS FC. I said, let me coach Bafana my recruits. So it happened we're in the same division. But Mambas yanga team yanga ndo yanga itariswa kuti kudzoka establish team. So the vaitana the whole day. MWOS FC yaitana after hours because yanga team recruits. So there was a fierce competition between MWOS FC and Black Mambas. Very sometimes they tend into some fights. Yeah. Definitely, I can assure you.
Which is very normal.
So now you could find when we played Black Mambas, so the hierarchy got 30 minutes. You mean the whole day. So you could say there was animosity between Mambas
teams.
You see now.
And also maybe you winning that game, Mangamuri part of that management team shows you Mangamini that keen.
You see now. So now I was drafted into the Black Mambas Football Club as an assistant coach because the coaches were 3 there. So that's when I started my coaching career. Then I was encouraged by the staff officer with sports. I think you know Brighton Mzamiri, younger referee. So he is the one who encouraged me to start taking this thing seriously. So he paid for my level 1. Yes, he paid for my level 1. Then all of a sudden I went to level 2. Then I did level 3. I was still in the police force. Then I was the coach. The Badama games, I know my subco games, police, where we make a national team. Yeah. So I was amongst the coaches. I ended up South Africa and Botswana and all that. Then when I left the police force in 2007, I went to South Africa. But actually I did not go to Bora. I remember the just situation. It was just,
I remember the economic situation.
Yeah, definitely. So I just thought maybe let me go and see what see. So when I went there, I did some other jobs, but then the calling here I started looking around now, trying to find an academy in South Africa. Then I went to coach an academy in the Balfour Park. Yeah, I coached them under 11s, and then under 16s. I coached for 2 years there. Then I went to Paname's the Stanton Football Club. I was coaching the under 11s also. But now, under 5. Under 5, under 7, under
smallest.
Yes, definitely. So it happened with the coach. I coached him under 6. He left. So the chairman of the club akauya kwandiri akati coach Nyathi, every time I see you there ground ndona fange the little kids they like you, so ndoda kuti ucoach under 6. Hey, then I thought under 6. So akandipa booklet akati you just go through this booklet
And then you know what to do.
Yes, definitely. You are going to get into it because the kids, if I don't go there and you are passionate about what you are doing. So I went back to coach the under 6s, and
then from there,
it was like I couldn't want to exchange it with anything else.
stuck with the kids.
Stuck with the kids. You see, I was.
But let's talk about that. Let's talk before we talk about your move coming to MWOS FC.
Yes.
You could have easily coached my under 17s, my Wombe, or like what you're doing right now, or you could have maybe went directly. Could you know what? Let me coach a senior team. What is it that made you like stay in Nirvana to say, you know what, I want to stay in Nirvana as opposed to going?
I think it was a passion. I developed a passion for kids.
Would you say they're easy to work with?
They are very difficult, but you know, what I would say to other aspiring development coaches, those kids that they so they tend to you love them first. Whereas they can it just
they can see it.
It just rubs into them. Because they are very difficult to manage.
And also it's a very big responsibility because you are teaching them something foreign.
But now those kids we play around with them. Let them play. We've got a lot of funny games. It's like when I'm talking to those little kids, can I doubt what dribble in the ball? They don't understand the word dribble.
They don't, yeah.
If I say run with the ball like a snake, they understand how a snake moves like now. So they know.
So now this is now technical language that you've got.
Yeah, this run like a snake. You see, you put a lot of funny games, but you only go to Zelda, but initially run like a snake in between the cones. You see now, that's the passion I had for kids. And then there was one parent there when I was coaching under 11s. I think he used to bring his kid there, and I didn't coach. I think you can make it coach Aganashi. My age groups are. Yeah, I think he was. He used to take his boy to Super Sport United. Some other days he coaches there, he comes here, and then he takes him there. So he was the one who linked me up with the Super Sport. I put my CV there, then I went for interviews. Then I was there. Yeah, Super Sport. Yeah, Super Sport United Soccer Schools.
So you were part of that institution at some point.
Definitely. I worked there for about 10 years. I was there since 2000 and just before COVID time. 2018 somewhere there. From there until last year December.
When you were like
when I moved to MWOS.
Now speaking of moving to MWOS, what happened there? The core and everything, and you joining the club. How was take us through the experience, the feelings and everything. We made the announcement that Coach Nyathi is now MWOS FC under 17 head coach.
Yeah, before I went to South Africa, I was staying in Norton. Yes, I was staying in Norton. We established an academy there with one of my friends, Cornelius Piroro. He's in Rua. So the academy is the Pima Soccer Academy, a deadly wall. So that's how we started this thing. And fortunately enough, I was staying opposite our chairman, Mr.
Hermoso.
Yeah, so we're staying like, and they knew I was in junior football. And this young man, Kundai, I think he was about 4 or 5 years. So I used to take him to football. I used to go with him.
I remember.
Yes, and also they did another soccer project. Coach Sivas Bobo. Yes, so it's like we became friends in Anna Bobo. We doing junior football in Norton. We used to carry kids around. I used to bring them in Harare, Titamanana KFC. So it was like most of those boys I'm coaching now under 17s. I coached them when they were like this. Almost. I can say most of the team. Yes. I'd forgotten about them, but now they remind. Coach, remember? Didn't tell me.
So it's quite the experience.
Yeah, it's quite a long journey in Norton there. So when Mo started, I was still there around there. But younger way to South Africa. And I used to pester our chairman. And sometimes when you don't get there, you start developing that animosity. You see now.
And also, you are reflecting on your experience and what you bring to the table.
You see now.
Did not you go on?
You see now. But chairman, he was like, don't worry, coach. So I went to South Africa. And basically now, it was God's work. Definitely. Because I went there, I developed as a coach. Quite tremendously. I developed a lot. I learned a lot of things with Super Sport. I knew time would come whereby one day I'll go back and impart the knowledge to our own kids in Zimbabwe.
And it's a good thing that you're now doing it for some way you're familiar, like more than you're familiar with the chairman.
Yes.
Yeah. So you got appointed MWOS FC head coach for under 17. Can you just take us through that process? Did the chairman do a phone?
No. So initially what happened is when I came for the off-season in December.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
Mango Shanya was.
yeah, then we have like a normal holiday visit, Christmas time, coming back to the family because my family was still here in Zimbabwe.
So take us through the process, joining MWOS FC, the chairman, what happened there for you to finally come to MWOS FC back?
No, it wasn't the chairman.
Yeah.
I kept on pestering these guys. I've been in love with MWOS for quite a long time.
From day one, yeah.
I'm telling you, I used to pester one and go, this and that. Guys, please, I want to come back home. You see now, because I could see they've got an organized, you see, very, very organized. Yeah, organization was perfect. So I just wanted to be part of MWOS. It was like a dream come true for me, definitely.
And then you finally joined.
So when I came back, it was during the holidays, December holidays. So I got to know, I always ask questions about MWOS.
Good enough, yeah.
So I just got in touch with the TD. TD, how are you? I heard that we had MWOS. How is it going? Then he said, Coach, we are restructuring the football setup. So would you mind if you can just put in your CV? Because we are restructuring and trying to start from there down under. Yeah, so I put in my CV and then the rest is
history.
Definitely.
Now, speaking of restructuring, as you all know, earlier this year, MWOS FC took the bold step to restructure OA structures. That is to say, we now have a structured system. MWOS FC under 17s, the under 19s, the Queens, the PSO. We even go down low to as low as under 9s and under 10s. We even have Junior Development League that is ongoing within the schools in Norton. So yeah, that what he's saying is basically what happened. And what a time to join the club. Maga join a club at the time when there was a major change happening, of course, under the technical director, to say with the restructuring, and you joined in there. Let's talk about the structure at the moment. There's now you, under 17, and you're technical. Under 19, they're technical and all that. Given your experience in South Africa, anyway, have you seen that elsewhere? And if you have, how can you compare the two to say, are we doing the same? Are we doing it right here as it's done, Kumi?
Yeah, I think we're on the right track. Definitely on the right track, especially at MWOS. Yeah. I wouldn't want to talk about other clubs. Yeah, definitely, because I'm at MWOS and I only know what is happening at MWOS.
True.
Yes, definitely. I think we're in the right direction. Yeah, because football development, a lot of things have got to happen. Is we've got to put the right structures first, which will help to Famba us up.
And I believe there's a lot of, we have talked now, head coach Lloyd Mtasa, he was here before. We have talked now, Coach Prim Rose for the Queens, she's been here before. And there's always this conversation that we have where we're talking about safety. There's a lot of relationship within you as coaches. Maybe your comment on that. I know Coach Prim, which is actually a fun time to confirm these things, because we bring guests here and then they say stuff and then they just walk. This is one of those very few rare moments where you get to verify. Hans and Coach Prim. At some point, one of their strikers, Haaland or Tendai Nyathi, she was not, finishing well, and you took him under your tutelage. Maybe take us through that.
Yeah, first of all, I would like to talk about my relationships. Yeah, maybe you missed some other time when we played the previous game, under 17, it was a cup game against the Shepherd Reef. Yeah, if you were there, I think he was there. Yeah. You could have seen the scenes there. I think every coach was by the senior team. I think the senior team had gone away. Under 19's coach, Queen's coach, we're all there. And it is
in the game.
Yeah, we're all there. I think that team was never coach. Yeah, we were sitting in the bench, right in the pit dugout. Everyone was there. It was that scene alone. I almost shed tears, tears of joy, and those sights are really seen in football. I just wish it could remain like that forever.
Transcend also.
It transcends right down to the players. That relationship, we could see the bonding. If it starts with us coaches, we've got to unite these kids, and we are one family.
And similarly, so yesterday there was a string of games yesterday. We had the Queens at Mbari, we had the under-19s, you at Triple C grounds, and then we had the under-19s at Criminal Blitz.
Yes.
The coaches made sure they split. I'm pretty sure there's some even executive members who traveled.
Yeah, definitely. Yes, we had some with some there. Says she was there. Yeah, it's what makes a family, football family. You see now, we got to know what say.
And I think it also contributes to the style of play. Fanana
Definitely. So we're coming to Haaland. Yes, Haaland. 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 To me, when I look at her, I told her that it's easy for girls to get recognized, especially in football. The next thing knows Haaland could have Barcelona. I told her, but Haaland, whenever you are free, just come down to the under-17s. But I'm not going to treat you as a queen.
No, I'm going to treat you like I treat my
Definitely,
players.
I'm going to sit on you. I'm going to hammer you.
Because you're a player.
Yeah, because I know you've got the potential, so I want that potential to come out. Because I know an extra inch of your preparedness and your action, your hunger, it takes you to the next step. Especially in the girls football. You see now. So she normally comes when she's free. Name one is Inogu. Yes, they come down there. We make sure they train with us. So it's a good thing. It's a good thing to work as a family.
Well, interesting things happening there. I mean, it's good when you see these relationships being built within the club. And yes, this is yet another testament, evidence, that at MWOS FC, there is this sense of unity within the coaches, and even, it's transcending to the players, all the support, attending games, VSA, and all these notes that they share. I mean, it has been a year that we're seeing a lot of new things in regards to development and everything. Now, Coach, let's get into your team. This has been a season, Yamatanga on a very high. I mean, you have maybe just to confirm, can we confirm that you have TD, you have under 17s? Strictly, maybe one or two, I know going to above, but he said, "But you're definitely working in the under 17."
Yeah, the bulk of the team is under 17s. They're school kids. Yeah, because we from St. Eric, most of them, we might have 1 or 2, 3 guys who are 18 and 19. Because we've got players who were playing
in the
D1
under
19s, in fact. So some of them they couldn't make there, so they are with us.
They come with the expertise also, because
definitely. They have been fantastic. Those guys, they are leading by example.
And I believe it's also healthy when they tell the youngsters about senior locker room information. It motivates them to push forward.
I thought maybe they will come, they will have their heads down, but now they've been exemplary. I can assure you.
They're good.
They are imparting knowledge to the youngsters. And something else, and it's like a new breath of fresh air into the.
And also, game time is good.
Yeah. Definitely, game time is good. And I told them, guys, I want you to play football with a smile.
Because it is.
I want you to find that happiness again in football. Because normally, what I do to these guys, first.
Yeah.
First of all, the rest they can do anything. They can die for me.
And I believe it's important for that relationship between that coach-player relationship.
Yes, definitely.
It's good that you established.
Yes.
And let's talk about your season. You're having a wonderful season. I mean, game in, game out, and you will produce at the same scorelines. My Queens 6, 7, 8 goals. Can you just take us through your season so far? What's happening in training? What's happening with the players? And maybe, I know coaches hate this. But there has to be 1 or 2 players who just want to leave their names out there for the fans. I know you don't want to single out players to say that we are not gonna, but just for the sake, maybe, how has your season been, and maybe just a few players that you've really enjoyed working with?
It's a difficult question.
I know, I very much understand.
Because we've got a pool of almost 40 players under 17s. Yeah, when I came in, we had trials. But now, after reviewing those trials, I just asked myself, these guys, this is development. We might have trials, but we want to develop. I wanted to carry on from where the other coaches left last season. So I took almost every player who was there last season, because they are kids. Some of them are 16, some of them are 15. So I said to myself, if we discard these players, then we start afresh with other players who have pinpointed from the trials. That is not development anymore. So we need to develop these guys. We need to carry on from where they left. So I returned everyone. And the level they are at now, it's pleasing.
It's evident with the results and even the game of play.
I can assure you it's pleasing, and as I said earlier on, Guti, we're in the right track. It's quite a bunch of fantastic players. They are willing to learn. They listen to instructions, and
it's good. Let's talk about your game yesterday against Triple C at Triple C grounds. 2-2 draw. It was a very exciting game. You should definitely, again, make your way to watch these games. The under-17s, the Queens. I know much emphasis is on the PSL. Yes, we should, but also do make it a point to watch these games. They show you a different side of football. Yesterday was a very entertaining game. You led, and then they equalized, and then they went on to lead, and then you equalized, and then taking the game to penalties. Just take us through yesterday's game.
It was one of the best games ever.
I can imagine.
We are used to playing nice fields, but now they are beginning to adjust these youngsters.
Yeah.
The pitch was okay, but those rough pitches and
Not
what I've discovered is Muliki Matiri. We are playing in Division 2, right?
Yeah.
Most of the teams which we are playing against, they've got players who have played in the Premier League. They just come down there, lots of experience down there, which I think at first I thought maybe. Why don't they just say this league should be played with under 17s? Maybe we can start from there. That's how we can develop our junior development in our country. But now, I think our youngsters are learning also. In playing with those big guys every time.
And you can tell they're adjusting based on where they are in the league.
I can assure you they are adjusting. They are learning to they've mellowed, they've seen with her. If we don't put our sleeves, we're going to. So yesterday's game it was one of those games where we were playing a team which is full of experience. Experienced players, they know to. I don't go say no mira pana, and those are the Poracha and those are the Pasaraningi. So we're playing such a team. It was full of players who've played, we've seen it before. But the boys we took the lead, they equalized, they took the lead through a penalty. I'm not going to talk about the match officials.
Yeah, of course.
Definitely, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to go there.
You're not going to go there.
It was an exciting match. Then it went into penalty shootouts, and unfortunately, we missed one of our penalties. So that was the story.
But would you say, without mentioning any names or focusing on it, but would you say that our leagues would do better with better officiating?
Officiating has been. I think you can see even Premier League referees are getting suspended and all that. I'm not sure what should be done there.
It should be a thorn in our league at the moment. I think it's one of the things that the people up there need to really look into before looking at it. Officiating is.
Yeah, definitely. I think especially in our division, we've got a lot of young and I wouldn't put a lot of blame on them. They are growing up into the game, just like what we are doing with youngsters. Yeah, I think in next year or so they will have matured. Yeah, because you will see with my referees are especially in our leagues. Area zones. Yeah, it's part of growing up. It's part of, they make mistakes. They are human beings.
It's very normal.
Yes, we also make mistakes. No one is perfect, right? Yeah. So I think they are growing up as referees. They are going to improve as we go on.
Now, ambitions for the season. I mean, we have just bowed out of the Monomotapa Cup. I mean, we did that in spectacular fashion. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure. Disappointment, yes, but there's a lot of joy when it's tighter because you could watch when you watch that game with City, these boys, they are doing exactly what we set out for. That is developing their talent.
Yes, exactly.
Bowed out of the Monomotapa, but yes, we still have the league to go. What are the ambitions for the season, coach?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to put much pressure on the boys because. As you can say, it's development.
It's development, yeah.
What we are building there, we're trying to build a legacy. We are trying to build a MWOS which will stand. Yeah. Yes, definitely. Because I don't know, as every time I tell them, guys, the result is yours. What we are looking at as coaches, we are looking at how we are developing. Are you in learning the knowledge we impart at training? Because for us, it's all about technical work. Yes, we're doing a lot of technical work, a lot of grid work. You can, if you come there, you hardly see us playing the whole field. Yeah. We're always confined to small spaces. We're trying to emulate the big guys, Manchester City, where I love the way they play. Although I don't like them because I'm a United fan.
Same.
Yeah, but now I model how they play. They building from the back, passing the ball. That's what we're trying to do.
You see it. You see it also. I've watched your games. Yeah, most of them, and I can see it.
So the emphasis is always on performance, not on results. For me, I tell them the result is yours. The performance is for the coaches. Yeah. Yes, that's what we impart every time. So that we don't want them to play without too much pressure. Yes.
Now, maybe you might not know this, but you actually have die-hard supporters, people who follow you. Shout out to Bridget. People who actually follow you. Do you know Bridget?
I think I know him.
You probably know her with a different name. But yeah, shout out to Bridget. She's always there in the entire game.
Yeah, I think I know her. I think I know
Rasta
her.
Bridget.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I saw a picture. She was
exactly.
in the States. Yeah.
Exactly. She was also was
Yeah.
here on the episode earlier. Yeah.
Okay.
What would you like to say? There are people who follow you religiously. Questo come end with the kids, Nene. Shout out to my Taddy also. Everyone who follows you to the games. What would you like to say to the fans who will like follow you for my games in SA and support you?
They should keep on supporting us. We are going to go through bad times. They are youngsters, they are learning. They need encouragement. And besides our fans, to the board, the management, our patron, everyone involved with MWOS.
Motivated.
Ramai Makadaro is a big motivation. What I've seen the last 4 or 5 months I've been at MWOS is something to behold.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. You could see the passion right from the top up to the last person.
Yeah.
So it's an amazing thing to be there, to be part of MWOS, and I know it just give us time.
And to give you something to smile
I
about.
can assure you, 3-4 years to come, MWOS will be untouchable.
3-4 years to come, MWOS will be untouchable. Those are the words from head coach Tendai Nyathi today in the studio. We're talking about junior development, and he's the man who has been trusted, with junior development at its core, handling the under-17s. And as you can see, he's overlapping, sometimes going to the Queens, and doing all that needs to be done to make sure that the juniors are being developed well. Now, with Coach Nyathi here by my side, we're going to go to the next episode, which is the wrap-up, where we're looking at the upcoming games that are happening at MWOS FC. We're going to be looking at all of them, the MWOS FC under-17s, the 19s, the Queens, and the PSL. And maybe we just tap his brain to hear what he has, his thoughts about these upcoming games. So yes, head coach, you have an interesting game coming up this weekend against the big boys. It's a league game at MWOS Ngoni Stadium. I'm pretty sure it's St. Eric's, depending on the venue. Your thoughts heading into that game?
Yeah, it's a massive game, considering that it's more like a derby. Like the game we played yesterday, it's a derby, and everyone is looking forward to that game. We are all looking forward to it. But there's always, we stick to the plans. We don't change the way we play. We just take each game as it is. Let's carry on developing our kids, and let's carry on passing the ball around. They are going to make a lot of mistakes.
Yeah.
If you are afraid to make a mistake, you're going to make a lot of them. So I always tell them, guys, go there, express yourself, play football, enjoy it.
Enjoy it, yeah.
Yes, the rest will come. That's why you see most of them, they go there, they play to their best of abilities, and it's always exciting to watch them play, pass the ball around. And
when you play without, when they play without pressure.
Yeah, so it's another game. It's another game. We are playing our brothers. Yes, definitely, because that team is composed of players who have seen it before.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah.
So I know everyone is looking forward to that game.
Yes.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, so MWOS FC under-17s playing big boys at St. Eric's or MWOS Ngoni Stadium. Do stay on our social media platforms as we give you updates on those games. MWOS FC under-19 are going in a tricky encounter, the Mashonaland Worst Derby. It's Division 2, as Division 1, of course, is the PSO game at Baobab Stadium. But MWOS FC under-19 are going into the Munumutapa Challenge Cup. Yet another round, and this time they're hosting Ngezi under-19 at MWOS Ngoni Stadium. A very exciting game that one is going to be. You've seen the under-19s play, coach. I don't need to tell. Since you and the coaches from under-19s have conversations, Nene, heading into this game. I mean, it's a very important game for the under-19s, and I believe the technical team are working flat on it. How have you seen performance in under-19 so far this season, and maybe a little bit of comments going into this upcoming game?
They are playing good football, and I remember last time I talked to them the previous week when they were training. I talked to them. I went there. We always invite each other. Wanda is my friend.
Yeah.
Yes. So we learn from each other as coaches. So he invited me to come just say a word to them. I told them, guys, sometimes when our team is not playing, I sit there at the VIP. Sometimes I go sit there with the fans. And normally the fans, they are panema referee, panema coach here.
A lot of information.
Yes. Sometimes in Dota I'm not going to Andukubudis, no good nema coach Aruku. So I told them, guys, I listen to what the fans say. You are a fantastic team. You keep on, you stick to the plan. Because what they are doing is what we are doing. We have got a very, very fantastic team in the under-19s. And I hope it goes on to the senior team there. So, considering this weekend, this game, I think Platinum also, Ngezi Platinum also structured almost
almost similar.
So they've got they put more emphasis on junior development also.
Yes, sorry.
So I'm looking forward to an exciting game.
It's going to be exciting.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting because it's going to be
an OG.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's going to be one of the exciting games. We're looking forward to that, and hopefully we progress to the next round.
Yeah, and a sport in the next round of the Mutapa Challenge Cup is up for grabs on that game on Saturday. So yes, do make a point to visit MWOS Ngoni Stadium on the day, but also on the same day, actually, MWOS FC Queens on Sunday will be facing Black Mambas Queens at MWOS Ngoni Stadium. Now, this is a game that is very exciting for many reasons. Why? Because Black Mambas are responsible for knocking out MWOS FC Queens from the Mutapa Cup. And now these two teams clash again in the league. So yeah, do make your way to MWOS Ngoni Stadium on Sunday for that one. But yeah, the big one is at Baobab Stadium. Premier Soccer League football as MWOS FC play away to Ngezi. That is the Mashonaland West derby. It's one of the biggest. In case you don't know, this is a derby, and most people downplay it, but this is one of the biggest games in Mashonaland West, and we'll be traveling to Baobab Stadium on Saturday, the 6th of June, to face Ngezi. And yeah, do make your way there and support the boys as they play Ngezi at Baobab. Coach, PSL, they're going into another. There are 2 games left in the season. Baobab on Saturday, and then we're back home midweek for Manica Diamonds. Season so far, they're 8th in the league, 22 points, 6 points behind the league leaders. Mangono say performance over this season, just from a friend point of view.
You know, the performance has been pleasing. As you can see, 6 points, so anything is possible. Yeah. That means we are still with a shout.
It's in competition,
yes, definitely. Because if we win our 2 games, that means we are up there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've played, especially I think on the road, we've been
very good.
We are very good on the road. Yes, and I hopefully
that's one is
engage with 3 points.
Yeah, so these are the games for this upcoming week. Yes, on Saturday, there's going to be MWOS Under-19 facing Ngezi at MWOS Ngoni Stadium. That is for the Mutapa Challenge Cup, which is the next sport for the next round in the qualifiers is up for grabs. MWOS FC Under-17, Coach Nyathi will be in action against the big boys on the same day. And on Sunday, MWOS FC Queens are in battle with Black Mambas Queens at MWOS Ngoni Stadium. That one is exciting. So yeah, do make your way on Sunday to watch that one. And the Premier Soccer League is, of course, in action at Baobab Stadium against Ngezi. Yet another interesting and exciting game. Yes, this is what and all we had for you on this episode of the Punters Pulse, the heartbeat of the club. That is MWOS FC. We were joined by head coach for the Under-17s, Coach Tendai Nyathi, and we had a blast, and we got to know all about him, where he came from, his time in the police, his time in South Africa, and eventually him joining the club here at MWOS FC, and all that he has gotten to do at the club. Amazing work, and as he said, give MWOS 4 to 5 years and they will be untouchable. And yes, you can already see the signs that are happening here at the moment, that there's a lot of development and a lot of cool things that are happening at MWOS, and of course MWOS Ngoni Stadium. Coach Nyathi, Tendai for joining us today and of course engaging our fans.
Thank you very much.
And of course, all the best in the season. This show, we wish you nothing but the best. Thank you what they need to know about the club.
Thank you very much for the support.
Yes, that was Coach Nyathi. Thank you very much for the support. And yes, do make it a point. Let's come and let's support all tiers. Let's support every team within the MWOS. If you're a MWOS FC fan, yes, don't just focus on the PSL. Let's drop down. Let's visit the Under-17s. Let's go to the Under-19s. If we have time, let's go to the Queens and let's support us all across. And we do have that Junior Development League in Norton. Currently, specifically in Norton, where schools within Norton, play a league game where they face. And Coach Nyathi, are you aware of this league?
Yeah, I'm aware of it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's also another step towards, goodness.
Yeah, definitely. Because we forgot to talk about the under-15s, under-13s.
And you
going
also
down to the under-11s or going down to the,
You're also heavily involved now also, I'm pretty sure.
Definitely. Yes,
and I believe good things are going to come from there.
Definitely.
So yeah, in a couple of years, maybe we will not be looking at the transfer market. We'll be looking definitely saying, kunani kuma under-17s, kunani kuma under-19, what's going to some squad with NWPS.
Definitely.
So yes, you can hear him agree with me. So yes, that is the idea in the long run, in the next 4 to 5 years, or even maybe earlier. You never know how things can go. But yes, we do truly hope that all good things will come and happen at MWOS FC. Now, this is exactly what all we had for you in this week's episode of the Punters Pulse, the heartbeat of the club. club, that is MWOS FC. Now do stay in touch with us on social media. That is on X, Facebook, and Instagram at MWOS FC. Visit the website www.mwosfc.co.zw and stay updated on all things MWOS FC. Read the articles, watch the post, and enjoy. Stay updated in everything MWOS FC, and you can flex to your friends. You'll be the first person to know the news. So yes, do stay in touch with us. Now, from myself, as a question, head coach for Under 17s, Coach Tendai Nyathi, and everyone behind the scenes here at MWOS FC, would like to say Famba MWOS Famba, Modzana Odzana. And until the next one,